Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Bars 3 replay. Spawn on top right side as the blue Germans, we have Based Bobby. On bottom left side as the red Dutch, we have Special Agent Jack Decker. There are some cows in the field, or yaks, so that can provide you with a decent amount of food. Either side could go for a livestock pen to quickly get them fattened up relatively quickly. No deck selected at the moment. No deck selected at the moment. When it comes to the latest map, we do got the Shalom Temple to give you some Rattan Shields, which I believe are a shock infantry. And over here, more of the Rattan Shields. We will find a couple more yaks here and being pursued by a bunch of monkeys. Red, however, may intercept some of the stuff. He may be trying to. He does grab a cow, and I hear more cows being obtained, or yaks. And blue does claim the treasure there, while red does claim the yak. 60 coins been claimed, and the yak currently has 74 food, so technically more food, but just take a little bit longer to gather up. The yak may be better, actually. And then there are cows there, or yaks. And now the Dutch does have a deck available. Germans do not have, or there's a deck. 1v1. We got villagers, military forms, halberdiers march significantly more quickly but do less damage versus infantry. Banker Amsterdam, Banker Rotterdam, Town Militia, Villagers, Woodwood, Infantry Attack, Team Infantry Hit Points, Bank Wagon, Infinite Outpost, Advanced Arsenal, Religious Freedom, more Wood, Infantry Combat, Cavalry Combat, more Outposts, Fort, Higher Bosniaks, Tulip Speculation, and Secondary, grants free improvements and increase the ability of walls, outposts, blockouts, forts, war huts, and nobles. They're just outpost research, additional fort, factory, and factory. And we do have actually a livestock pen. How many yaks did he find? He found 8 yaks, so this is actually probably worth it. How many did blue find? Just 2. And given enough time, these yaks can be fattened up quite a bit, and that's a large amount of food he can quickly obtain. If he gets forced off the map, he can always eat yaks instead. The German has a deck called Water that says Settler Wagons, Economic Theory, more Settler Wagons, Woodwood, Coin, Crossbows, Dolphin Soldiers, Team Cavalry Attack, Cavalry Hit Points, Caravels, which can be used for collecting fish as well, so you can perhaps use engage opponents' fishing boats and then use them to gather fish themselves. Wood coin, skirmishers, Uhlans, more Uhlans, cavalry combat, war wagons, frigate, higher German black riders, which I believe are light cavalry, heavy cannons, factory. And he is going for the quartermaster, while his opponent's going for the much more unique, the quartermaster. That treasure belongs to blue now.
Yeah?
Regarding some of these sours, or have you pronounced that, back at home.
Klar.
And there's of course some local kitty cats guarding this wood. Some damage on the lions. We got a round of wood being brought in. No outpost just yet. Livestock pen still there. Bringing quite a bit of shipments of wood, to say the least. Over here, we do have now a barracks going on up. Going some early pikemen. Wouldn't be half bad to go hit his opponent's base. And it looks like both players are sighing for a bit of eco, though we do have the barracks not pulling a few. He's eyeing for some crossbows. Another round of settler wagon, so right now he does have 8 on the field, so 24 villagers versus opponent's 18, which has 2 banks on the field. So it looks like similar economy. Market now going on up. The yaks are almost fully fattened. And yaks do gather faster than other wild sources of food, herdables or huntables. Herdables do cut at a rate of 2, while huntables are what? 8.5? Right now they're up to 1.09. Yaks are still faster, so once they're fully fat, it's probably a good idea to quickly eat them or save them for later because they will be safer. It's still a good idea to put multiple villagers on them due to the fact it does produce a spoil. Let's put 4 villagers onto the yak, so that will give them a great food source for time frame. Another bank going on up. Ulan's taking a bit of fire there. 5 banks on the field. He's not gone for either banks of Rotterdam nor Amsterdam, so he is now maxed out in banks. And now he's going for some steel traps as well, which he doesn't immediately need to get thanks to the fact that he has yaks. And they don't want to talk back. Number of crossbows and Ulans push forward. Ulans do have decent siege attack, crossbows do not. So you can't really push forward all well unless you're going to try to hit the villagers. But more wood being clicked up here. Maybe around militia will help him get back on the field. Does save that one villager there. And now there's a militia engaged in melee. All the villagers outside the town center. Does dispatch some over here. Militia now trying to engage in melee. Militia don't have any bonus damage in melee attack against cavalry. And their DPS is the same whether at range or in melee. Ulan's still getting hit. Dutch player may need to go for the outpost at this point in time because he's going to try to turtle in a bit more.
Commando?
He's not going for an envoy. Germans right now is on to age up. Going for the Exile Prince, going for trade cards as well. Has both these trade posts. The Exile Prince. This opponent is getting now the religious freedoms and going for the Exile Prince. So both have gone for the Quartermaster, and now both going for the Exile Prince. He does have one outpost here for defense. Gang Saul research now. Got some sour here to degrading away. Yaks being pulled towards the town center for safety reasons. Now we do have the coffee trade research now being brought on in for the Dutch.
Hello?
Outpost here does draw a little bit of fire. And now he's going to be punching some of these crossbows in the face. He almost got that guy as well. Got some more Ulans here. Settler wagon building out a stable. Now going for artillery foundry. Times 3 outposts with upgrades for them as well. So that'll be a good number of outposts for defense. It's going for additional outposts here, so that'll be 5 outposts in the field. The Dutch player is still trying to stay turtle in. He does have, of course, those yaks providing great amount of food. And so some more huntables on the field as well. House going up, a bit of small amount of walls over here. Germans right now going for gold shipment. Does have both these outposts set to wood. Now going for some falconets, which would help him siege down the various structures of the Dutch. And does apply a frontier outpost next to the trade post. The rest 4 are here. There's adequate defense versus Uhlans, that's for sure. But that's about it. At this point in time, we may need to go for higher Bosniak mercenaries in order to overrun those falconets. There's 5 falconets, 4 falconets pushing way forward. Uhlans do have okay siege damage at the moment. Frontier outpost taking a bit of fire. Bank wagon now seeing quite a bit of damage. Not wagon, but just bank. Explorer will go down. Got a 4th wagon now being floor field. Now going for the Red Lancers. Now going to see a bit of fire. He does bring out the 4th from this outpost there, so that was actually pretty good. Now he's going to try to engage the 4th. 4th is not being engaged. Villager in the way. There's the Red Lancers. Red Lancers are a mercenary unit with a similar little bit bonus damage to heavy, but less, or infantry, less damage to heavy. Just mass Uhlans here, so halberdiers and pikemen will be useful in this situation, as well as dragoons. Banks now seeing some fire. He does have this town center now down. Building out some culverins from a siege workshop back here. Needs get out a couple more. The opponent is so many Uhlans. The outposts will of course do bonus damage to them. Finds one culverin on the field. And the banks are taking more and more fire now. Dutch right now is at top cap, has quite a bit of resources stockpiled up, but simply does not have town center to age up with. Bring a shipment of wood, that'll give him enough wood to build out town center. Culverin straight forward, does snipe on the falconets. Gains some hits there, bank will go down. But the culverin does go down, not culverin, falconet. Gets another good hit there, taking out another falconet. 1 remains. If he picks that off, then the Uhlans can't really push forward all too well. They can, just not very well. And Red has picked up his explorer, so maybe a good idea to bring a town center back there. Red's now trying to push his way over here. Does have an outpost here, as well as the fort itself. He has 1,000 wood at the moment and has enough resources to age up. But maybe aging up is not a great idea. His Red Lancers are moving around. Not sure what they were doing. Oh, we got Red Lancers over here. So these guys have been running around. The German place actually has 24 villagers.
Aufgabe? Ja.
And he's down to 4 settle wagons, so he lost a number of settle wagons. He has basically 29 effective villagers versus 30. The Dutch has better economy, even though he has no town center. The Red Lancer's been doing great work at sniping these settler wagons. Doesn't finish off this guy here. That one goes down. Additional town center now being deployed on out. Now he's bringing his town militia. And he does have enough wood to bring in, deploy another town center, so he could go for 2 town centers and get a massive wave of militia if he needs to. Yaks. Are the yaks consumed? Yaks are being consumed back here. Does a culverin live? And now the Dutch maybe on to age up. He has enough resources for it. He could probably bring in some more cannons he'll choose, and now he's eyeing for the Logistician. Market being employed out over here. The Germans is eyeing for the Tycoon. Has one shipment available, he may be going for the heavy cannon or for some factories. At this situation, I think heavy cannon would be better. I go for more villagers. The Red Lancers is just doing a great job. He split them up and start harassing these villagers. The damage is 56, and these villagers, of course, have 20% melee resist. But they will go down after 5 hits, which is not a whole long. And does finish off that wounded villager there. And these Red Lancers have been doing a very good job forcing his opponent to be defensive with a very small force. Actually, now his score is also higher as well, somehow. More merchants now being employed on out over here. Red is eyeing for a dock. But we know Blue has access to some caravel shipments. If he sees the dock, he can bring the caravels and clean up the sea. You got the Germans eyeing for a factory immediately. And almost another shipment for his other factory. His opponent's really digging in. I do believe heavy cannon would be best, but I'm also biased towards heavy cannon. Russian Uhlans. He has 2 shipments here. I don't know what he should go for. Goes for both the factories. That made it simple enough, but he does not really have a whole lot of space over here. He does get out another fort. He can bring out a 3rd fort over here as well. Does get out a dock here, and Blue does spot the dock. Can bring in a shipment of caravels to clean up the sea. He needs to go maybe another round of walls a bit farther out so he can put his factories in the corner here. Because right now he just doesn't have enough real estate for factories. Over here is a little bit too dangerous. It seems a little bit safer here. One factory now here. And he's going to put it right there. It's a little bit dangerous. He probably need to get out a round of walls. He actually has some extra outposts here as well. Does he have all of his outposts in the field? 7 out of 7. Does he got a villager up there? Oops, speculation not being brought in. Maybe go for a saloon and get out some mercenaries. Maybe hopefully get Swiss pikemen. Got factory over here. Against Uhlans, even though like I said, I'm biased towards heavy cannon. Against Uhlans, heavy cannon will probably not be that great. And with too little speculation, his coin output on these banks would be nearly 4. And you can always go for the Bank of Rotterdam, Amsterdam later on for more banks. First Persuade 4 is trying to torch down the town center. Guard Uhlans right now doing 35 siege damage. These frontier outposts doing around 60 versus the Uhlans. Got 2 heavy cannon there and 2 horse artillery. Gonna be whittling down these various forces. He has a culver here and a number of halberdiers. Halberdiers will be useful against the Uhlans. Or the structure started going down. Now I bring in the Blue Guard, which are musketeers. He's switching to the heavy cannon as well. That is a good number of culverins. Culverin morales. There's the Blue Guard, which are militia variant. Not militia, musketeer variant, but they're taking massive fire from the heavy cannons. The Blue Guard needs to be perhaps in melee mode and engage the Uhlans. Right now he's in a very urbanized environment, so he's having trouble moving around. Heavy 1 horse artillery goes down. Heavy cannon now seems to fire. Good volley there. Maybe best for Blue Guard to shoot their guns since it's such an urbanized environment. Blue Guard 4 takes on another culverin there. Try and save this last culverin. One heavy cannon does go down. The other one's severely wounded. The fort may want to focus it down itself. Culverin takes out the heavy cannon there. Now he does have a heavy cannon of his own here. Another one potentially over here. Relatively soon at least. And now Blue's gonna fall him back. Does have another pair of horse artillery. He's eyeing for gold from his wagons. Villagers clean up this coin, falling back now. Heavy cannon will get overran. So the blue guard may will go in the melee mode here. Heavy cannon will get overran. Does get good volume of horse artillery. Looks like some villagers getting mixed on in as well. Another culverin right there. Heavy cannon receives some fire. He needs a pack on deploy and gets a shot there on the heavy on the horse cannon. Does hit the skirmishers, another good target there. Veteran skirmisher. There goes the other horse artillery to the fort. Good volley there on the skirmishers. Ulan's now hitting some of the villagers back line. Heavy cannon does go down there. More horse artillery or falconet there. Fort has seen quite a bit of fire. Now getting siege on down. Do have still trying to pull out some more heavy cannon, pretty close. More culverins to pull on field, more halberdiers, more routier. And there's the Minutemen. Both Minutemen deployed out by the town center. Conscription. Bosnex push way forward. There's just a Hussar variant with the infantry multipliers. Good mercenary to hold the front line. Fort is alive with 500 health remaining. Heavy cannon push way forward. Doesn't do less damage versus cavalry, but does just do bonus damage to the infantry. And the fort does go down there. We're gonna build another barracks here. Heavy cannon will get overran, but the frontier outpost will whittle down the Ulans. And maybe more heavy cannon over here, maybe not. And the Ulan's being forced them back. And now it's going for front fortified outposts, which will give them a bit of AoE and more damage. Well, not a good idea to go for that one. I don't know what he should go for. Does have any military ships bring on in? Does have barracks here. Just needs pikemen and halberdiers. Counselor now seems some fire. Fortified outposts. They do now siege damage as well, so they will do extra damage to the Ulans, as well as doing extra damage to Ulans. Heavy cannon could get overran here. Halberdiers push way forward. Gain some good damage, force them back. Heavy cannon counter barrage there. Force artillery way forward. They do have 26 range, while the heavy cannon does have 28. Another round of halberdiers. Got a good number of halberdiers now being pulled on out. Another heavy cannon over here, and the culverin pushed way forward. .26 range versus 24 range, so they do outrange the outpost still. And looks like he's, the Dutch is out of population space, so he needs to get out more housing, get out more heavy cannon. Gonna overrun this heavy cannon now. This heavy cannon looks like to get overran. That's one way we have some population space. The Dutch right now has plenty of gold. May want to get out a cantina to get out some mercenaries and outlaws. Well, mercenaries. Needs more population space though. Halberdiers engaging the Ulans, but the horse artillery is causing some big problems for him. They are only a veteran. These horse guns are heavy. Another heavy artillery, heavy cannon. Another round of halberdiers going down. Heavy cannon trying to set up, trying to hit this. This heavy cannon rotating around. Got some stone walls here as well. One horse artillery goes down. The other one's getting hit significantly. Heavy cannon over here goes down. More culverins push way forward. Picks off the rest of the horse guns. And the Dutch has stabilized. Not to play any more siege weapons at the moment. Going for more Ulans and some more heavy horse guns. And now bringing out some frigates. Bringing a shipment of frigates. He only needs the one to engage all the fishing boats. The fort is out of range to protect these fishing boats. These Ulans will not be able to push forward to hit these infrastructure, but will eventually hit these villagers right there. More halberdiers from Port Field, as well as more siege guns going for trade carts now on this trade post. As well as some farming upgrades. I still believe he should get out of Cantina. He has so much gold at the moment. Heavy cannon will get overran. Overruns do take out a horse gun. Very nice. The more horse guns it takes out like this, the better. The better as halberdiers will do. Like that. At this one time, the factories may want to switch from heavy cannon to food. As like I said, as much as I'm biased towards the heavy cannon, in this situation, I suppose if he deploys out more skirmishers, heavy cannons would be a bit more useful.
Commando?
We now got the guard halberdier upgrade, the side of Watkin, however you pronounce that.
Yeah.
And produced all of those heavy horsemen. Now they're at the 55 siege damage. They have really good siege damage. And these skirmishers, a good number of them just got annihilated.
Commando?
Got a good number of horse guns here. Got a good number of culverts in return. Ulan is trying to engage. Does overkill one of those horse guns. Heavy cannon takes another horse gun. More horse guns going down. Looks like the halberdier is already getting annihilated by the horse guns. All the heavy cannons gone down. All the horse guns have gone down. All the Ulans are going down. Red technically won, but not really as well. He also said the halberdiers hit the villagers. Now the rest of these forces will take out the rest of the reinforcing artillery. More halberdiers being employed on a field. Halberdiers are more expensive for gold than his food, but he has more higher in food. Howdy.
Yeah.
Halberdiers push way forward. They do have excellent siege attack. These halberdiers could come close to one-shotting the town center. No, it probably won't, but still get some good volleys there. We do now have the frigate now engaging the various fishing boats. A little bit overkill. I think the caravels were adequate for that. And now the Ulan's taking some damage here. Horse guns have been pulled on field, getting overrun by the halberdiers. They do have good range resist, not melee resist. And looks like blue does back of the game. I'm so surprised red won the game. Either way, this Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.